Yeah, got that. The 700 watts versus my 100 watts, and a very nice radio you have there as well. The antenna, I don't know off the top of my head, John, but that's got that out of the way. I think we find that, don't we, with hams? We tend to give the radio report, and then we give a few technical details, and we sort of miss out each other's lives, about what we're doing. I mean, my QSL card is my drag bike. I don't own it anymore, and I see your card or your picture was the aircraft. Tell me about the aircraft there, John. Back to you.
1947, big craft America, 4-seat airplane, retractable gear, 200 horsepower engine, 200 horsepower engine, and I've had it. Fly lots of those. 2,500 foot.
Okay, I've got most of that, and that's quite a small engine, that, or small power output, or is it? I don't know. The reason I'm interested as well, John, is I've had flying lessons when I was younger, just after I met my wife. So I've been with my wife 33 years, we've been married 28, and in the first year or so that I met her, I had flying lessons at a place called Bourne Aerodrome in Cambridgeshire, which is just north of London. It's one of the counties north of London, and I had flying lessons, but it was just far too expensive in the end for me to carry on. So I sort of gave up on the idea, and back then it was a Cessna 170 with the wing over the plane. I don't know much more details about it than that, but it was really good fun. Now, I never went solo, just always with an instructor, but real good fun, but very expensive fun. Back to you. No, do you know what, John? You're about a 3 and 1 now. I just missed that. I know you're there. I know you're talking, but very difficult to hear what you were saying. Repeat the question, please. Yeah, Cessna 170. I believe that's what it was. Had a high wing on it, and it would take 4 people. So there was me and the co-pilot, who was my instructor, and then one day we took my girlfriend, who is now my wife. We took her up, and she videoed me flying. But I was practicing rudder control, and we forgot she was in the back, and of course I was steering the nose by using the rudder, and we forgot she was in the back being thrown around like a roller coaster. Back to you. Yeah, I only put in about 5 or 6 hours. That was all. The lessons were about 45 minutes ago, and as I say, it wasn't so much the lessons, it was the ultimate end of what sort of license I would get, and would I really get to use it. And the conclusion was probably not. So I just never carried on with it. But I've always raced motorcycles in my life, so yeah, it was one or the other, and the motorcycles won out at the end of the day, John. I met my wife in 1990, so it would have been 1990 or 1991. Back to you. Yeah, well, in 1971, I was the grand old age of 9, so I don't think they would have let me near the controls of an aircraft, let alone fly it. Back to you.
Oh, you make me so old. You make me so old. I'm 72 years old.
Yeah, well, I was 60 this year, but I am old in a way because I retired last year. I retired at 59. The opportunity was there for me to retire early. And, life is too short for just work, John. So I took that opportunity, and here we are now with plenty of time for amateur radio and other hobbies. Back to you.
webpage tells everything you need to know. But I got into the 1967.
Yeah, 1967. So 2 years before man landed on the moon, of course. And I'm sure they were great years. I have good memories. I would have been, what, 4 or 5 years old. And I would have just been starting school at that time. And I do have memories of my first days at school. But, you know, I failed my radio amateurs examination in 1978. I was 14, 15 years old, and I become a pirate, as most of us did. And it wasn't until just 5 years ago, 6 years ago maybe, yeah, 6 years ago, that I got my radio amateur license, and I went through all three. So I did the foundation, the intermediate, and the full complete UK license in 2 years. It's something that I should have done maybe back in the 1980s after I'd finished my apprenticeship as a telecommunications engineer. But you know, the history is the history, and we can't change it. We just move forward and maybe just try to fill in those gaps, which is what I'm doing now. Back to you.
And we worked on the fourth. I had to go back and look. I can't remember exactly, but it was James that it was so close. You're right. That day.
Okay, once again, John, the QSB beat us on that one, and I just completely lost about 90% of what you said. I'm not sure. I think you might have mentioned the 7610, but if you did, I'd just like to say that the IC-7300, which is what I'm using now, is my most modern radios. I'm actually very, very keen on restoring and using the older radios, John. So a lot of I just went out just over a week ago and bought a big stack of KW equipment that was built local to me. There was a factory local to where I live now, and back in the 60s it was really big high-end stuff. And I bought a load of KW. I've got a lot of old Kenwoods and old Yaesus from the 1960s, etc. So that's where I'm going. I think the IC-7300 at this time is where I'm stopping, and I'm going back more retro. But sometimes when the propagation isn't there because of the filtering, etc., on the older radios, the newer stuff is just more practical. Back to you.
Are you hearing me better now? The propagation help. Are you hearing me any better? Over.
Yeah, what I'm doing, I'm playing with the digital processing on this to try and drive off some of the white noise. But yeah, you're about 5 and 4 again on that last over, John. Back to you.
This band this morning, I've got a 5-6 noise floor. Normally I have a 0.
Okay, not sure if you stopped transmitting, but you were telling me your noise floor. I mean, my noise floor on 12 meters and 10 meters is generally 0. There can be a point some evenings people will turn LED lights on, and my noise can go up to S3, S4. But there's other lights that are switched on locally, and I can lose bands. I don't normally lose the whole spectrum, but I can lose like 20 meters. I can lose that band when somebody turns on, in my kitchen, believe it or not, some halogen lights. They're halogen bulbs, but it's the transformer for the halogen bulbs. Incredibly noisy, very RF noisy. So I've tried everything I can, short of just ditching it, throwing it in the bin and starting again. But that'd upset my wife, because it means tearing the kitchen apart again, and we don't want to do that yet. But yeah, 12 meters, you know, the noise, as I say, is generally zero, and it's just on the very low signals. And with the QSB, your signal is up and down. I'm using a bit of digital processing just to sort of get rid of the background noise on your transmission. John, back to you.
Maybe now would be a good time to take care of your building, and you can start hearing me. What I was saying was that my noise floor today on this band is 5.6 marijuana. It's normally it's 0 like you. But this morning, right now, it's showing 5.6, and when I turn on the noise blanker, it removes 100%.
Yeah, I think that just happens, doesn't it? Now we're coming into the winter as well, and the sun sets earlier and earlier, and people are turning their lights on earlier and earlier. I can see that my winter DXing is going to be a little bit fraught with, you know, noise. And of course, Christmas. We know at Christmas everyone gets an elevation in noise. But listen, John, on Thursday I'm travelling down to Florida with my good lady wife, and hopefully from the Tampa Bay area I might do a little bit of 10 or 12 meters like QRP. I'm going to try and take a QRP radio with me, maybe some wire dipoles, and I will try on 10 and 12 to do a little bit of CQ/QRP, and of course my call sign will have the prefix of whiskey 4/. So it'd be good to try and work you when I'm down there. Obviously for that distance into Tennessee, it will be short skip, so maybe even 40 meters would work. I don't know. It'll be the first time that I've taken a radio to the USA, and I will only be switching on when my wife is otherwise indisposed. You know, she's in the shower or something. I won't be going there to operate radio, but if the opportunity comes along, I will try it. Back to you.
Do you have any idea what time do you have any idea what time of the day it might be over?
So have I got what kind of idea? What I missed what the question was. Back to you.
The time of day that you might be on for Florida, right?
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, it'll just be as the opportunity arises. So I can't really say, because you know it'll be when I've got the time, the spare time, the free time, when I won't be sort of, I don't know, from my wife's point of view, ruining her holiday by using amateur radio. So it could be morning, it could be afternoon, it could be evening. It really will depend on those opportunities. I'll just grab it as it happens. Back to you.
I'll send you an email. Is your email correct on QRZ? Is your email correct on QRZ? Over.
Yeah, that's the one. It's the Waxing Lyrical 28. No problem with you emailing me. A lot of people do that, John. Back to you.
Roger. I'm taking it. Yeah, I'll send you an email, and I'll give you a couple frequencies and times when we might be able to make connection. Over.
Yeah, I mean, that would be fantastic. I mean, you can't beat a good schedule. But as I say, we'll play it by ear. I'm there for 2 weeks. I will be in Orlando to start, and then, as I say, we're shifting over to the to sort of Clearwater and around that area. So I'll be sort of right next to the Mexican Gulf Coast. So a good water ground plane out to the northwest. And you never know. As I say, Tennessee, you probably are northwest, so, or where is it? Yeah, no, it's a bit closer, isn't it? No, probably more north, but I'm sure some of it will be across water. But I'll only be running 4 or 5 watts, so it will be, just take a chance, and if we can schedule something and it works, that'd be fantastic. But we don't know till we try there, John. Back to you.
Roger. I'm making a little audio recording of you. I'm making a little audio recording so you can hear what you you said last year in the month. On the radio, the antenna, over.
Yeah, well, that's interesting you're making that recording, John, because I've got a YouTube channel. I did miss the first few minutes of our QSO, but I've got a YouTube channel and I've been videoing this one as well. We're into 15-16 minutes so far. It's amazing how time flies. But you can find me on YouTube. Just Google or just search on YouTube for M0JCF ham radio, and you'll see hundreds and hundreds of videos there. Basically, I use it as storage space, but now it's become sort of semi-popular. I seem to have subscribers and followers, so I've just kept it up, and I'll put this video up this evening, and what I'll do is I'll tag it in the description with your call sign. John, back to you.
Tell me your radio antenna and power level, over.
What, right now the power is 100 watts, the antenna is a 5/8 wave vertical antenna, and the radio's an IC-7300 by Icon. Back to you.
Roger. What part of England are you in, over?
Again, sorry, the QSB took that.
Your location in England. Your location in England. Whereabouts are you, over?
Okay, yeah, you're lovely, clear signal that time. I'm in the southeast of England. I'm about 15 miles southeast of London, and I'm in a small county called Kent, the Garden of England, and the actual town that I live in is Sidcup. That's Sierra India Delta Charlie Uniform Papa. So it's a suburb of the southeast of London, really, but we're in Kent, the county of Kent. Back to you.
Roger. M0JCF AJ4L. And give me your call sign one more time so I'll have it on the recording, over.
Yeah, Alpha Juliet 4 Lima. This is Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Foxtrot.
Very, very, very good. You came up very nicely. Part of the time you popped all the way up to 5-6, over.
Yeah, well, you're 5 and 4 and clear as a bell. There seems to be a threshold. When your signal drops below Santiago 2, that's when the readability drops off to a readability 3 or 4. But once you sort of break the threshold of Santiago 3, it's clear as a bell, radio 5, and a very, very nice copy. As I say, I'm using some digital processing as well. But yeah, it sounds awesome. Back to you.
Roger. Okay, well, there may be other statements once you, especially since 12 meters seems to be good. You're the only contact. I had 2 contacts in the last month on 12 meters, and with 3 contacts, you can't have 2 contacts. So I just happened to flip through the frequency, and you were on the same frequency as we talked on the other day. So I had you in the memory bank. So I know there's probably other places that might like to talk to you, but maybe we can connect up when you're in Florida. That would be nice. So I'll say 73 for the moment, and I appreciate you coming back to me and hanging in there. Mike 0JCF AJ4L, over.
Yeah, AJ4L M0JCF with that final as well. John, it's been an absolute pleasure to speak to you, and as I say, I did remember that you had that aircraft, and I lost you just as I was about to ask you about the flying hobby, as it were. And it was great that we caught up again today. And you're right about the 970. I tend to find a frequency near to this frequency. So if you're going to find me on 12 meters, you'll normally find me sort of hovering around 970 plus or minus 10 kilohertz. Of course, the band runs out at 990, so I won't be any further up than that. But you don't normally find me much lower than 960, and sometimes I'm on an odd number as well, like 971, 973. It depends on the QR Mexico. It depends on who's like nearby and how wide their signal is. So you know, I tend to sort of just stick as near as damn it to this frequency. I'm sort of a creature of habit, really, and it just keeps me a bit more focused. But it's been great pleasure talking to you, and I'm glad to have made the video as well, and which I say I'll put up this evening. And thanks for doing that recording. That will be fantastic to listen to. But take care. You never know, I may well work you from Florida. That will be a new dimension in our logbooks, I'm sure. You take care. 73 to you and everyone around you, John. And when you hear me again on 12 or 10 or whatever from the UK, then please do jump on board and say hello. It never gets boring. It never gets boring at all. And you'll be amazed the amount of people that I talk to over and over again. I don't get bored. I probably do bore people though. All the best and bye bye for now. AJ4L. This is M0JCF.
And went right back down again. So it was amazing. For about 10 seconds there, you hit 5.9 and then right down it went. Okay, well, I'll say 73. And I'm like you, I'm often a creature of habit. So very good to talk to you, and I hope you have a wonderful time in Tampa. Mike 0 JCF. You do that, by the way.
Yeah, cheers, John. You take care and bye-bye for now. We'll have a great time. We always do when we go that way. QRZ. This is Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Foxtrot in the southeast of England.
73, AJ4L.
Okay, I've got a Mike November Oscar, I believe, but I didn't catch the prefix. If you could go again, I'll get you in the logbook. This is Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Foxtrot. It's Mark in the southeast of England.
Good afternoon, Mark. Good afternoon to the South Good afternoon, evening. Mike November Oscar. My call is Victor Echo 3. Mike November Oscar. The name is Marcel. Located in Orleans, the east of Ottawa, recent capital of Canada.
Okay, I've got Victor Echo 3. Mike November Oscar, and a little bit of QSB on the signal there, which is not helping things. You peaked at 5 and 3 to me. You did peak at 5 and 3, and then sort of dropping down towards Santiago 1. But the readability just edging on the 4. I'm using an IC-7300, 100 watts, and the antenna is a 5/8 wave vertical antenna for the 10 meter band. So a little bit off tune, but we got you in the logbook today. Victor Echo 3, Mike November Oscar. This is Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Foxtrot in southeast of England.
Mike Alpha, Romeo Charlie Echo 3, and here's a 757 GX for the users, and the 100 watts to Johnson with Johnson with
Yeah, V3MNO M0JCF. Okay, Marcel, it's nice to meet you today. And you know, the 100 watts, if we all stuck to 100 watts, I think life would be more simpler. But I think you said you was using a Delta loop, and probably your loop probably doing a bit more of the heavy hauling, you know, to pull my signal in. Yeah, it's a little bit changeable at the moment. There's a fast QSB on 12 meters. So I'm not sure, you know, that throwing lots of watts at it would really help things. As I say, my antenna is a very basic antenna, just being vertically polarized. You know, my energy, my 100 watts goes everywhere and anywhere, rather than the direction I'd like it to go, which, you know, Ontario, Canada would be nice. But we take what we got, and we got what we take. Back to you there, Marcel. Victor Echo 3, Mike November Oscar. This is Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Fox. Okay, VE3MNO M0 JCF. Marcel, completely lost you that time. I heard you speaking. You was a readability 2. Readability 2, and your signal was right on the floor, just moving the bar graph S1, and very difficult to hear you. So if you want to repeat that, and we'll see if we can get a conversation going. But I've got a feeling with the low signal strengths I've been getting so far, and with the QSB, it might not be sustainable. But let's go again. Yeah, VE3MNO M0 JCF. Well, I heard the word coffee, which is very close to my heart, and your call sign, but that's all I heard, Marcel, out of that last over. So I'll tell you what, we'll wrap it up now, but you will find me, Marcel, quite often near this frequency on 12 meters about this time of day. It's when the propagation really sort of opens up to North America. So do jump on board again, Marcel, and I look forward to having a proper rad chew with you where we can put the world to right. I do workstations right down on the floor with a readability 3. I never give up if I can help it. So I do look forward to working you again in the future. But we'll wrap it up this time, and hopefully, you know, we can carry on later. So I wish you a very best 73 to you and everyone around you, Marcel. And until then, I'll say bye-bye, take care, good luck. VE3MNO, this is M0 JCF. Cheers, Marcel, 73, good luck. I suppose I was getting one word in every 3. Probably could have just about held it together, but another day. QRZ, this is Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Fox in the southeast of England. Okay, I've got a negative copy. I may have had a station coming back to me, and if you were sorry, sir, you were a sort of a 1 and 1, a 2 and 1. It was very, very difficult, but the propagation may bring you up. It's been a fast 4 S-point QSB today, a fast 4 S-point QSB, so maybe you can judge and catch me at the right time. QRZ, Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Foxtrot Mark in the southeast of England. Nothing is heard, nothing is heard. CQ, CQ12, 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 CQ, CQ12, CQ12, CQ12. Here is Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Foxtrot, Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Foxtrot, Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Foxtrot, calling 12 meters. Okay, the station who just come back to me, very good afternoon to you. Unfortunately, you was a readability 2, Santiago 1, maybe a 2. So very difficult to hear you, but I've got a feeling that we could really pull this one out of the bag. So I am listening intently for that call sign. Please try again. M0 JCF, Mark in the southeast of England, listening. Okay, I've got a kilowatt 7 and I've got the Charlie Victor possibly missing one letter there. As I say, you was probably, we'll give you that one as a 4 and 2. It was a 4 and 2. The name is Mike Alpha Romeo Kilo. I'm about 15 miles southeast of the city of London, and today I'm using an IC-7300, 100 watts from the back of the radio, and the antenna is a 5/8 wave vertical antenna for the 10-meter band, so that might be my receive problem today. So Kilo 7 with Charlie Victor. This is M0 JCF.
Okay, that's Paul Kilowatt, Germany 7, Charlie Washington, Kilowatt Golf 7, Charlie Whiskey, Kilowatt Golf 7, Charlie Washington, we're 3 by 5, 5 by 3, 5 by 3, 5 by 3, and we're in Idaho, over.
Yeah, I got it now. Kilowatt Golf 7 Charlie Whiskey. Very good afternoon to you. We got there in the end, and it was a little bit fraught there, but we've got you as a 5 and 2 for that over, and that's what will go in my paper logbook today, Jeffrey. And nice of you to come back to me. It's as I say, there's been a bit of a QSB on 12 meters today. It's been 3 or 4 S points, and the signals I've been receiving from North America have been a little bit low today, but we've definitely got you in the logbook, unless of course I've got the call sign completely wrong, in which case I've got your name wrong and I've got everything wrong. But lovely stuff. Just wondering what radio and antenna that you're using there, Jeffrey. Back to you.
Very good. You're correct. Roger. We're running 1,000 watts here. We're running 1,000 watts to a hexagon. 1,000 watts to a hexagon. We live on the west side of a hill, so it makes the signals a little weak your direction. But you're good Q5 copy. Very good Q5 copy here in Idaho. We are located about 85 miles north of Boise, Idaho. About 85 miles north of Boise, Idaho in the country. In the rural part of Idaho here. So we're going to say 73, but very, very appreciate the contact. Very nice to meet you here at 12 meters. A message from Julius Charlie Foxtrot, Charlie Whiskey.
Yeah, Kilowatt Golf 7 Charlie Whiskey, the Jeff in Idaho, Jeffrey in Idaho, and 1,000 watts as well. Well, it's been an absolute pleasure to get you in the logbook today. You come up a nice 5 and 3 on that over, and very clear. And Boise, yeah, do you know, I know that name because I was, until I retired last year, I was a Unix engineer, I was a server engineer, and we had many servers with names of cities around the world, and one of them that was always giving us problems was a server called Boise, and I always remember that one will be ingrained in my mind. And now for the first time ever I've spoken to someone from the same name, and I just suddenly had visions, Jeffrey, of this damn server that used to give me problems all the time. But there you go, we come round full circles with our stories, and I just thought that was one worth telling you. You take care, very best 73, and look forward to the next time, and we'll chew the fat and we'll put the world right. KG7C Whiskey is my handwriting, yeah, Charlie Whiskey. This is M0 JCF, wishing you all the best and good luck, old chap.
Okay, Mark, excellent copy. You're 5 by 5, that time. 5 by 5 signals are coming at 5 by 5. Yeah, we're actually north of Boise. We're north of Boise at 85 miles. Out in the rural part of Idaho. We're up in the ski country of Idaho. It's about 50 degrees right now, but we're expecting snow, rain and snow later this week. Mark, thank you very, very much. Very nice detail. And that's it. Thank you. Stay safe. Mike Steele, Julie Charlie Foxtrot, Mile 7, Charlie Whiskey.
Yeah, Kilo Golf 7 Charlie Whiskey M0JCF. Yeah, absolutely fantastic and lovely and clear on that over as well. And nice to tell me exactly where you are. I'll find it on QRZ later anyway. It just, you know, that name, it just filled me with dread. Good luck and take care, Jeffrey, until the next time. QRZ, Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, South East of England.
Italy, Tokyo 9, Sierra, America, Zulu.
Yeah, Italy, Tokyo 9, down there in Sicily. Italy, Tokyo 9, Sierra Alpha Zulu. This is Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot. Needless to say, you are a fantastic signal on 12 metres today. My name is Mark, that's Mike Alpha Romeo Kilo. And I'm 20 kilometres southeast of the city of London. Back to you.
Okay, my Mark, 100% copy. Mike 0, Juliet, Canada, Fox. Returning for you, Italy, Tokyo 9, Sierra, America, Zulu. Very good evening to you, Mark. You report in the southeast Sicily Island, 59 plus 10 degrees. The propagation today in 12 meters. Very, very good, my friend Mark. Anyway, my name is Nino, November, Italy, November, Oscar. My locality approximately 100 kilometers near the capital city, Palermo, Sicily Island, Marche. Okay, thank you very much. The contact 10 dB over 9. This moment, at the moment, your signal in the south is Sicily, Marche, very strong. Mike 0, Juliet, Canada, Foxtrot, Italy, Tokyo 9, Sierra, America, Zulu, right?
Yeah, IT9 SAZ M0JCF. Well, Nino, you're 5 and 9 plus 5 to me also. A fantastic signal from Sicily. I wish that all signals could be like that, but then I think we'd lose the fun. Today, Nino, I'm using a IC-7300, a very, very common and popular radio. I'm using 100 watts from the back of the radio, but my antenna is very simple. It's just a 5/8 wave vertical antenna for the 10 meter band, so a little bit off tune for this band, but seems to be working very well to Sicily today. IT9 SAZ M0JCF.
Okay, Mike 0, Juliet, Canada, Foxtrot, IT9 SAZ, returning for you, Mark. Okay, thank you very much for your information, for your QTH speed 00 kilometers near the London, 100% copy, my friend. Congratulations for your equipaggiamento, for your antenna. At the moment, your signal is 10 dB over 9 miles. Thank you very much, Mark. Thank you. Okay, 73, thank you for the nice situation. Good luck for you and your family. Many DX, Mark. IT9, Mike 0, Juliet, Canada, Fox. IT9, SAZ. Sorry, my friend Mark. My condition is transceiver 950. Antenna vertical antenna, only 100 watt in antenna, 100 watt in antenna. 73 Mark, thank you, the nice situation, good luck, good DX. Mike 0, Juliet, Canada Fox, IT9 SAZ, over.
Yeah, grazie mille for the QSO, Nino, and I wish you and your family also very best 73, and take care, good luck, good DX, and please say hello again when you hear me on 12 meters. I always log you again and again, it's not a problem. Grazie mille and arrivederci, ciao ciao.
Okay, ciao Mark, 73, 10 dB over 9. Congratulations for your signal in the south of Sicily. Ciao, ciao, Mark 73, good luck. Mark 0, Juliet, Canada Fox, IT9 SAZ, bye.
Grazie mille. QRZ, Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, southeast of England. Nothing is heard. CQ, CQ, CQ12, 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 CQ12. Here is Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot. Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot on 12. CQ, CQ12, 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 CQ on 12. Here is Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot. Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot on 12. CQ, CQ12, CQ, CQ12, CQ on 12. Here is Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot. Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot on 12. Okay, again, please. I'm sure there was an Oscar in that call sign, but not sure. Again with your call sign, please. Okay, I've got Sierra Victor 3 ending Oscar Tango. Is that correct, sir? Back to you.
Sierra X-ray, number 5, number 2, Oscar Alpha. Sugar X-ray, number 5, number 2, Ontario, America.
Okay, I've got Sierra X-ray 5-2, Oscar America. You are just a 5 and 2, 5 and 3 to me today, sir. 5 and 2, 5 and 3. My name is Mark. That's Mike Alpha Romeo Kilo, and I'm 20 kilometres southeast from the city of London. A Sierra X-ray 5-2, Oscar Alpha. This is Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, southeast of England.
Thank you very much, Mark, for the reply. Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, your report 55, 55. Thank you very much for the 5 and 3. This is special event celebrating 52 years of the Olympic Games. More information on the journey, my friend. Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, Sugar X-ray 5-2, Oscar Alpha.
Okay, Sugar X-ray 5-2, Oscar Alpha. Very good afternoon from the special station, and I've just looked you on QRZ, and that's a long description, my friend. Award by the Greek branch of the 5th Ocean Club, celebrating the 52 years of Olympic Airways. Fantastic. Great to get you in the logbook today. I'm using the IC-7300, 100 watts and a 5/8 wave antenna. But I'm very pleased that's a special call as replied to me today. Back to you.
Your last report on the last one was 5 and 7, my friend. 5 and 7. 57 with some USD, my friend. The name here is George. The operator here is George. Golf Oscar and Golf.
QSL, George, and thank you for the 5 and 7. You did peak 5 and 5, and with QSB way down to 4 and 1. So 5 and 5 to 4 and 1 with the QSB. Big QSB on all signals on 12 meters today. So I'll say for now, thank you very much for contacting me. Very nice to get your special call in my logbook, and I didn't have to run a pile up to get you in my logbook. Normally when I hear special calls, it's big pile-ups from Europe. So I'm very happy to get you in the logbook today without it having to do any hard work. You take care, 73, and I say Yamas, and good luck, old friend.
Thank you very much, Mark. Have a nice evening, my friend. Good luck. Thank you. Enjoy the radio. 73, my friend. Bye-bye.
73, bye-bye. QRZ. This is Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, southeast of England. CQ on 12, CQ12, CQ12, CQ12. Here is Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot. Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot. Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, calling 12. CQ12, 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 CQ on 12. Here is Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, calling 12. CQ12, 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 CQ on 12. This is Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot. Looking for anyone on 12. CQ12, CQ12, CQ on 12. Here is Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, calling on 12. CQ12, 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 CQ on 12. This is Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, calling on 12. CQ12, CQ12, CQ on 12. Here is Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot on 12. CQ12, 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 CQ on 12. This is Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Fox, calling 12. Okay, I'm not sure if there was a station there with possibly Alpha and Foxtrot in it, but you were very low to me. You were just about a 3 and 2. You were about the 3 and 2 maximum, and just hitting my Santiago 1 noise floor. So it may be a difficult one. I would like to get you in the logbook, but we can try again. It's not a problem. I've got all the time to do it. This is Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, southeast of England. The name of Mark, listening. Yeah, okay. All I heard on in that one, to be honest with you, was over and listening. So I know that you're there, and I know you gave me quite a long over with probably your call sign several times, but I just did not pick that up. I just picked up the last few words before you unkeyed. So apologies for that. I'm just using a 5/8 wave vertical antenna for 10 meters today. So it's not probably the best antenna for 12 meters, and might be a little bit on the deaf side. So I'm willing to give it another go if you've got the time to call out your call sign. M0JCF listening one more time. Okay, on that over, I am sure I heard the number 4, and I'm pretty sure you gave me a report of 5 and 5, but I'm just not hearing the call sign. I'm just not hearing it, unfortunately. Maybe another time, but it's just not working for me this side today. Apologies. It would be great to find out who you are and where you are, and to get you in the logbook. I'm guessing that you're somewhere in the United States, but it's just not working for me today. So can I wish you very best 73. You'll find me on 12 meters quite often, so we can try again another day. It'd be great to swap stories with you. Take care, and 73. Okay, nothing is heard. CQ, CQ, CQ12, CQ12, CQ12. This is Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Foxtrot. Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Foxtrot. Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Foxtrot on 12. Okay, again, please, once again, another signal that to me is very, very low. Your readability 2 to 3, and the Santiago was just 1, just not moving the bar graph. The name is Mark, Mike Alpha Romeo Kilo, and I'm 15 miles southeast of the city of London, down there in the southeast of England. So listening for the new call, please. M0 JCF, just listening. A negative copy. Sorry, sir. Another time. QRZ, Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Foxtrot, south east of England. Okay, the final call. CQ, 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 CQ12, 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 CQ on 12. This is Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Foxtrot, Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Foxtrot, Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Foxtrot on 12. Okay, was that United Alpha 3 Alpha Fox Kilo? I could be wrong, but that's what it sounded like to me. My name is Mark, Mike Alpha Romeo Kilo, and I am down in the southeast of England, near the city of London. United Alpha 3 Alpha Foxtrot Kilo, M0 JCF.
Good evening, folks. Your report 55520, 555 plus 20. My name is Sergey. My name is from Moscow. How do you copy me? Over.
Yeah, United Alpha 3 Alpha Fox Kilo, Sergey, Moscow. This is Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Foxtrot. The name is Mark, Mike Alpha Romeo Kilo, near the city of London in the southeast of England. And your signal peaking just 5 and 3 today, just 5 and 3 with QSB also. Back to you.
Now I'm using IC-7300 output power about 8001. Only 81 and antenna delta is 160 meters long. How do you copy all that?
Yeah, Sergey, I copy all of that. I copy the IC-718 and 80 watts into the Delta loop. I'm using an IC-7300 today. I'm using 100 watts from the radio, and my antenna is a 5/8 wave vertical antenna. So a very simple antenna. And It is for the 10 meter band, so not perfect for 12 meters. Sergey, the signal is very low, so I'll wish you very best 73 to you and your family. Stay safe, take care, good luck, and I say spasiba and das bedanya, baka baka. Yeah, good luck, Sergey, and look forward to the next time. QRZ, Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, southeast of England. CQ on 12, CQ12, CQ12, CQ on 12, CQ12, CQ12, CQ12. Here is Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, calling 12. CQ12, CQ12, CQ on 12, Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot on 12. Okay, Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot is going QRT on this frequency. This frequency is clear for use. The frequency is clear for use. Thank you and apologies to anyone that called that I didn't hear or could not pull you out of my noise floor. 73, bye-bye.